Next steps forward.
All right, let's begin today's hearing.
Thank you, Mayor. Councilmember Kaplan.
Here.
Councilmember Dickinson.
Here.
Vice Mayor Talamontes.
Here.
Councilmember Pluckybaum.
Here.
Councilmember Maple.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Guerra.
Here.
Councilmember Jennings.
Here.
Councilmember Vang.
I am here.
And Mayor McCarty.
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Today's Sacramento City Council hearing. Today is the Housing Authority agenda, our quarterly meeting for the Sacramento Housing Authority. We have SHRA here with us today. Who would like to lead us in the land acknowledgement and the Pledge of Allegiance? How about you, Mai Vang?
I could lead the land acknowledgement and would defer the Pledge of Allegiance.
I'll take the pledge of allegiance.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Please rise for the opening acknowledgement in honor of Sacramento Indigenous people and tribal lands, if you are able to. To the original people of this land, the Nisenan people, the Southern Maidu, Valley and Plains Miwok, Patwin and Wintu peoples, and the people of Wilton Rancheria, Sacramento's only federally recognized tribe. May we acknowledge and honor the Native people who came before us and still walk beside us today on these ancestral lands by choosing to gather today in the active practice of acknowledgement and appreciation for Sacramento Indigenous peoples, history, contributions, and lives. Thank you.
Please remain standing for the pledge of allegiance. Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Gotcha.
Always got you.
Okay. Item number one.
So item number one is City Council approval of additional funding for Donner Field Apartments.
Good afternoon, Mayor and City Council members. My name is Whitney Hinton with Sacramento Housing and Redevelopment Agency. Staff is requesting approval to commit an additional $2.8 million of home funds to the Donner Field Senior Project. In 1987, SHRA took ownership of the 1-acre property located at 4501 9th Avenue. In August of 2020, SHRA issued a request for proposal seeking a developer to construct and manage new affordable housing. Eden Housing was selected to build senior apartments. In June 2023, SHRA executed a conditional loan commitment of $7 million in SHRA Federal Home and HOPWA dollars, $2.6 million in Mental Health Services Act, or MHSA, $1.25 million in city general funds, and a seller carryback loan totaling over $10 million. Over the last year and a half, the developer has applied for 9% tax credits and 4% tax credits and bonds, but has been unsuccessful. The project is now applying for bonds again later this month. With additional funding from SHRA, the project should be more competitive to receive tax-exempt mortgage revenue bonds. The Donner Field project is a new construction project serving senior individuals aged 55 and older at or below 50% of the area median income. The property primarily comprised of one-bedroom units, totaling 67 units altogether. 17 of those units will be reserved for project-based voucher and the MHSA clients. The project will feature various amenities such as a computer room, a multi-purpose room with a shared kitchen, a barbecue area, a bocce ball court, and a community garden. Eden Housing is both a developer and property management. It is important to note that prevailing wages will be applied to the construction of this project. 15 hours of on-site resident services will be offered by Eden Housing Resident Services Incorporated. Classes will include, but not limited to, nutrition, ESL, bingo, gardening, and counseling. Sacramento County Department of Health Services, or DHS, will provide one full-time case manager who will be responsible for the supportive services for the 17 MHSA clients. In closing, staff is requesting an additional $2.8 million of home funding for the Donner Field Senior Project, and staff is available to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you. Councilmember Maple.
And then there's no public comment on this, right?
That's correct. There's no public comment on this agenda item.
And thank you for the presentation. Of course, this is a project, hopefully, that will happen in District 5, and a really important one. We need a lot more senior housing in particular in that area and in the whole city. My question is, So this additional funding, our goal, our hope is that this will make the project more attractive for the tax credits and other funding that it needs at the state level. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, great. And I just really want to thank you. I want to thank Ms. Dozier and your whole team for doing this. I know it's been a really long road, literally since 1985 or 87 to getting this to here, and it's been a challenge. For those who are unfamiliar with the process at the state level, it's very complicated, it takes a long time, and it's very challenging to be competitive. So in order to do that, we need to make sure that we're, kind of putting our own skin in the game. And so thank you for doing it, and I'll be, is this opening and closing the public hearing? Is this a public hearing?
Just a discussion
I'll be
item.
making a motion to move the item. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Guerra.
Thank you very much, Mayor. First, I'll go ahead and second the motion with some direction, if it's okay with the maker of the motion. One, this was part of a sale of a number of vacant lots that we had on SHRA owned. So one, clearly I support the fact that we're getting going on the project, and I know it's been challenging even with the interest rates, so it's important to make it competitive to make it happen. Also, it's part of our Stockton Boulevard plan, so it's, getting that density up along the boulevard is going to help us be more competitive. But the direction that I want is I'd like to make sure that we get a list of the updated number of vacant lots and where we are on the sale of on all those lots. At one point, I think it was something like 32 lots, but now very few. But yeah, I'd like to see where we're at on those lots and locations. And with that, very excited. Thank you for the work, and hopefully we can be more competitive this time. Thanks.
Councilmember Kaplan.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to echo the request from Mayor Pro Tem Guerra on that. It would be interesting because this was before my time, so just an update on that. And then just a couple of questions just for, while we're getting an additional 2.8 from HOME, which is the Home Investment Partnership Program, what I want to understand is what is HOME? Do we have an extra pot of money, and are we taking away from another potential project? Because how do we have an additional $2.8 million? Just for an understanding, and by the way, fully supportive, but I think it's also important for projects that are coming down. We know more are going to have financial gaps. How much money do we not have for some of these?
Yes, the home is part of our federal dollars that we receive on an annual basis, and we receive, I'll let Christine say how much, I can't recall that right now, but we receive a certain allocation from the federal government, and then we advertise those funds twice per year.
Okay.
And so this was part of the previous allocation that we advertised, and the project was selected to move forward for the additional funding that was available at the time.
Okay, but they were originally approved first, and this is amending, coming back for additional home funds. Is it because when it was advertised, others didn't come forward, so we had this, or this was more a priority over the other ones?
This is an additional allotment of funds.
Correct. Whitney is Christine White from SHRA. Right, these are additional 2025 home funds. The city receives about $2.5 million of home funds annually, and Whitney's correct. We advertise those in December, and then we'll advertise them again in the middle of the year, what funds are available. And this is the new funding for home. The previous allocation of funds were from older dollars, but we will be coming forward in April, I believe, April or May, and giving the council a complete accounting of all the funding sources we received for our housing finance and what projects they were allocated to.
So, but just for understanding for other developers who may be looking, so did I understand you correctly? We get about 2.5 million from the federal government, and then this is an allocation of 2.8 because there's probably leftover rollover funds. So by approving this, we actually won't have any other home funds available, or am I missing something?
And you know what? I think I just misspoke. I'm so sorry. These funds were awarded in 2024, the middle of 24. The new funds for 25 have yet to be allocated. That is my mistake. I'm sorry. But yes, once a pre-application comes in and the funds are allocated, then they are not available to other developers. Yeah.
So we'll still have the opportunity if another development who needs help with gap financing, approximately 2.5-ish will be available for 2025.
In January, yes, that we advertise those funds.
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. I just wanted some background information. I think that's really helpful.
Thank you. Councilmember Dickinson.
Thanks, Mayor. I am very supportive of this project. I just had a question or two. And looking at the site plan, it was a little hard to tell whether the parking is all uncovered or are the shaded areas for parking covered?
Detailed question.
Or if this is senior housing, that
Yeah.
it becomes perhaps a little bit more of a consideration than,
This is podium parking, so much of the parking is underneath the first floor.
oh, I see, okay. The second question I had related to
But there's
this
some
is-
uncovered as well. I'm sorry, Councilmember.
Sorry?
There's both. There's underneath the building, and then there's out.
Against
This
the
fence.
property line is uncovered, and the other is covered, okay. The other question I had related to this was whether or not, and I looked at the amenities and the description of the project, looked at the site plan. I just wondered whether there's any electric charging availability on this site.
Yeah, I believe there is. Thank you very much. Yes.
Oh, okay, and how many units are you anticipating for electric, how many
Spots.
parking stalls, however you want to describe it, how much capacity will there be for electric charging?
We looked at all of this when the project was first funded, so I'm a little rusty on that, but I want to say two or three? 2 or 3 spots.
Okay, well, I think that's good, and it's probably the minimum that we should be doing, but if we want people to move to zero-emission vehicles, we've got to lead the way, especially in multifamily, of having the opportunity to charge.
Absolutely.
You know, the State Energy Commission tells us that 80% of charging occurs at home. And so we want to try to, at least from my point of view, we want to try to set an example in the projects that we're doing so that other multifamily developers in the private sector are aware of and hopefully motivated to meet at least the same thresholds. So again, that's good news to hear. In the future, maybe put that in the description. That's a good thing to put. And I hope this action today does make this project more competitive at the state level, because certainly the demand far exceeds the supply in the state process. So let's keep our fingers crossed on that point, I guess. Thanks.
Thank you. No further questions. I just want to note, Roger, that this is a project that you and I remember from nearly 20 years ago, and I just talked to Lachelle here. We selected another developer for this project for the former Donner School site, and it's still drive by every day. You can't drive by and see it's behind the school there, but you drive through the neighborhood. I was wondering whatever happened to that project. And it never happened. So here we are today, and hopefully this is the last action we'll take before we see construction starting out there. But this is an important area of Sacramento, needed affordable housing and targeting our senior population. So excited to see this finally come to fruition. So with that, we have a motion and a second already. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed or abstentions? Seeing none, unanimous. Action.
So, Mayor, we now move to Housing Authority Council comments, ideas, questions, AB 1, 2, 3 reports.
Are you queued up for this, Roger? No.
Seeing none, is there an executive director's report? No executive director's report. I do have one speaker for public comments matters not on the agenda. Kai Own.
Good afternoon, Mayor and all council members. Last week, I was in the city council meeting and submitted a letter to request the council to discuss about why nobody in the city investigate that Sacramento Police Department provide a fake investigation report and provide fake driver that killed my father. I also mentioned that I have been in the city council meeting since last February. It's almost 1 year, but still I have no answer from the city that who was the real driver that killed my father, and where is the real investigation report. Mayor, could you please provide comment on my request that I request the City Council or the Law and Legislation Committee to discuss my complaint. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, I have no more speakers for public comments on matters not on the agenda.
Okay, thank you.
You have no more business. You have no more business before the City Council Housing Authority. You may adjourn.
Okay, thank you. We'll adjourn. Come back at 3 o'clock.